Since coming back from my trip to Panay Island, the weather in BGC, Philippines has been horrible. And today is pretty much the only day in the last 10 days in which I've been here where it's actually decent. But I don't know if it's going to start raining later on today. And I've actually regretted coming back because the weather has been so atrocious. I kind of wish I was still in Calibo or Antique or better yet, Boracay. The weather looks fine now, but we have no idea in a couple hours time whether rain clouds might suddenly spawn. And it's been really heavy. I'll play you some clips I captured in previous days. I swear, in the 1 year and 6 months that I've been here in BGC in the Philippines, I've never heard it clap this loud. The thunder is insane. And I think it keeps striking one of these buildings. Look, this kid's got an umbrella and so do I, but it's no use. It must be hitting the Grand Hyatt probably, because that's the tallest building in all of Metro Manila. Whilst being back in BGC, I've been trying to catch up with all the videos in which I'm backlogged. Usually when I go on these travel expeditions for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I end up shooting more than one video in a particular day. And so naturally, I just become backlogged with a lot of videos. And so what I've been doing pretty much is just hanging at home, editing these videos, going out to eat at Uptown Mall and Mitsukoshi Mall, and then having to come back home straight away after because the rain just hasn't enabled me to do anything whatsoever. Now, I've been keeping an eye out on content that's being produced about the Philippines on YouTube, and I gotta say, there's some new vloggers in the area of BGC, and I've actually witnessed new vloggers walking around with cameras. I remember when I was first here, I was pretty much the only vlogger in Uptown, and now every time in which I pretty much go out, I see at least one person with a camera in hand. Now, I'm completely open to foreigners coming into the Philippines to create content. The more the merrier. However, with an increase in supply of vloggers, the YouTube space in the Philippines becomes a lot more competitive. And I've noticed this. I've noticed this amongst my channel and other channels who have been here for longer. And essentially, content creators need to compete to be able to win that space on the homepage of YouTube's home screen. And if you can't get your video on that YouTube homepage, your video basically just plummets. And your video might be exceptionally good, but if it doesn't make it to the YouTube homepage, then it performs pretty badly. So the content which I ended up producing for about 2 to 3 weeks on Panay Island, I thoroughly enjoyed. I discovered some places I didn't think I would come across in the Philippines, some pretty unique experiences. It was my first time I'd ever done extreme tubing. I'd never gone up a bell tower before. I'd also never been in a shower bath either. That was my first ever time. But as good as the trip was, I ended up spending a lot more money than I generated from the ad revenue from the videos. And so it's really difficult to sustain, especially if each series begins to lose money in the process. And that's where Patreon comes in. Patreon is a website where you can go and support your favorite creators such that they can keep doing the work that they want to do and publish high quality videos for you guys to watch at home. And I've set my Patreon to the minimum. I think it's like $3 a month or something. And $3 a month is the equivalent to a Starbucks coffee. And as an added bonus, I'm going to be posting 30 pieces of exclusive content on Patreon every month. So stuff like behind the scenes, maybe possibly reaction videos, stuff that I wouldn't be able to post on YouTube and make it public because of copyright issues, because of certain guidelines, etc. So if you're interested in that, head over to Patreon and support us. So every day in which I make a video on YouTube, there'll be another video going out on my Patreon. Alright, I've just bumped into AJ whilst walking along the street here. She used to work at Pick Up Coffee, and I just realized, well, she's on her break, and she says she's on a 15-minute break, and strapped around her neck, she's got a timer. It's like a little ticking time bomb. Is this standard protocol? Wow. And so when this rings, is it like a heart attack?
Not really.
Oh, okay. So what if we just click stop? Then you have a longer time, right?
Yes.
You have a longer break time, right?
Yes.
Should we click stop?
If you stop it.
If I click stop, will it completely like go to 0 or just pause?
Just pause.
Okay, I'll give you an extra second.
Okay, like this.
There you go.
Pause and extra.
Yeah, extra time. I just think it's crazy. They gave you a timer to let you know how long your break is supposed to be.
But we have 2 timers, one for the MODs and one for the baristas. But
They don't trust you to keep your own time. Like you can't just check your phone.
Some MODs don't trust.
Everybody left pick up coffee, right?
Yes, so many.
I stopped going to pick up.
Here.
Oh, she was also a
Yes,
pick up coffee?
yes.
Oh my god. So I left pick up coffee, then you left pick up coffee shortly after. She did. You moved on to better things like Starbucks, as I did. A lot of people say evil Starbucks, evil Starbucks. Is it better to work at Starbucks than it is
It's better to work here in Starbucks. So many benefits.
than pick up coffee?
Yes, like we have free meals,
Free coffee,
free coffee.
free drinks. In pick up coffee you didn't?
We have, but only one. Here, you can get 3. If you are
Free a
full-time.
day?
Yes.
Are you full time?
Yes.
You gotta go back to work. Oh yeah, it was lovely to catch up with you.
41 seconds.
41 seconds. Technically, you should be back. See you later. Bye, take care. It's lovely to catch up. See you. I was just explaining to AJ in Starbucks off cam that I'm really struggling since being back in BGC from a creative standpoint. Like, I've been in BGC for almost a year now, actually over a year, and I've kind of completed everything about BGC. Like, nothing pretty much excites me anymore. Like, when I first moved here, everything was brand new. All the condos in Uptown were just turning over. I was able to show you around new condos, from unfurnished to fully furnished to hotel standard, new chains that were opening up. But now, none of the condos are available anymore. They've all pretty much been taken up. Prices have inflated to pretty much unreasonable prices. And yeah, there is not much more going on here. It's just, I don't know, it's not the same. And the city just isn't giving me the vibes that I once had for it. And maybe that's due to the province life being so interesting. Other places outside of Metro Manila being so beautiful and compelling. It makes me want to go on another trip once again here in the Philippines. I remember the first time I came to BGC and I saw this fountain show behind me at Uptown Mall. I was blown away. Now I'm insensitive to it. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head if this is new or recent, but I know there were some renovation works that happened to this football pitch. I think they laid down a new layer of AstroTurf. And it looks like it's a combination of AstroTurf and rubber. But when I first moved here, there wasn't really a lot of people playing on this football pitch, which is split into 2 smaller ones. But now it's pretty much occupied every hour of the day. I never see it empty. And quite a small little crowd comes out here and sits down. I think probably friends or just random spectators watching in. Usually these little artistic seats here or benches would never have people on it. But in the last 1 or 2 months, quite a lot of people have been coming here and sitting outside and watching the guys play football. Sometimes it's even females playing too. Globe Turf BGC. Is this really the entrance?
Yes.
This is the main entrance? Wow. Cool. Hey, that's coming directly towards me. Oh, it's okay. I wanted to get a touch, but the security guard was too happy. Oh, okay, so it's open play at this moment in time, so anybody can just join in, which is pretty good. I always thought it was like some sort of a organized or company kind of like sports activity going on. So where'd you get a bib? You're so happy. Is your friend playing?
That's my boyfriend.
Oh, which one? Which one?
The green one.
Oh, there's a lot of greens.
The one with
The red shoes?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. You want guapo, ah?
You know what guapo is?
Yeah, pogi, no?
Yes.
You don't really play football in the Philippines, right? It's more basketball. Alright? I stick to basketball. I don't really play football, my legs are too long for this sport. But if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, pretty decent at basketball. Ooh, maybe that's something I can do later on today. When traveling the provinces, there's just so much external stimulus that excites me. And usually when I'm traveling around, I don't have enough time to be able to fit it all in, and so I'm constantly on the go. But being back in BGC and being used to the city already, it just feels like there's nothing more for me to cover other than just going around the same places and doing the same thing. And don't get me wrong, BGC is beautiful. It's one of the best places to establish a residence in the Philippines. But as a content creator, it can be quite challenging when here for extended periods. What is that? Is that a drone? It is. And so from a creative standpoint, I need to try a lot harder in the city to make an interesting video. Now, I'm really curious to know whose drone that is. Oh, it's this guy's here. Oh my God. How's he even controlling that? Damn, the BGC cat gang are out. And it looks like they're not very welcoming to this airborne drone here. I think what he's flying is a DJI drone, but it's really, really loud. It's got a very high and loud frequency pitch. It's super noticeable. Usually the DJI drones are pretty quiet, especially like the DJI Mini, the Air, and the Mavics. I wonder why that particular drone is so loud. And so I'm gonna have to change my style of vlogging once again. Rather than relying on my surroundings to be the external stimulus for this channel or for these upcoming videos, I'm going to have to reflect the vlog inward. I need to be the stimulus that excites you and keeps you watching and coming back to this channel. Thankfully, there are frequent events that go down here in BGC, so if I'm really struggling on particular days, then I can just walk outside of my condo and possibly find some other external stimulus like the one behind me.